started.
Bubba T from the U.S. I think he's beaten me before. Let's try a Sicilian here.
Check.
Aha.
Check.
The idea is to take back with the queen so the knight can come to c6, which is the more active square. You can also block the check with bishop c6, but it can get a little tricky. So he's setting up for d4, which I can't really stop. But maybe I'll put the bishop on this diagonal anyway. And I'll support the knight on e5 if he should push d5. Now, where do I want my knight? And where are his pieces going? So this is well protected. Okay, I'm going to try something a little weird. I'm going to try knight h6 with the idea of castling and playing f4. Which has got a problem, yes. So, but if he plays there, don't I have knight to g4? So this is still defended. Okay, my knight can't retreat here. Let's see, can I play e4? Takes, takes, queen takes, king takes. I think I can. Because of the two knights defending that square. As well as the bishop. So I could even take back with a knight. It might be a good home for the knight, actually. Not have to trade queens. Yeah, he took. So I was thinking just pawn takes. That would leave us with a symmetrical position with the queens off. So it might be more interesting. That might be the more correct way to play, but it might be more interesting to play this way and get a little asymmetry here. And, okay, so he gets a good square for his knight on d5 there. And he gets pressure on my pawn. So I can play knight to knight c4, hitting the queen, defending the pawn. And I can play rook c1, defending the knight, rook c8. But in this case, let's see, he's got two pieces. I've got two defenders. I need more defenders there. Yeah, he's hitting the knight. I could just run back with the knight. Yeah, let's defend the knight for a moment. Yeah, now can I play bishop to e5? Challenges his bishop, reduces the pressure on this pawn. Of course, the knight is undefended there because this pawn is pinned. But let's see, what have we got? Here. Yeah, but if I go to this square, it blocks the rook. I was thinking I may have to play something like rook to c6 to defend that pawn. Now, from here, are there any interesting squares I can go to? Maybe that's the only place to go. So, what's going on here? Isn't this okay for me? Thought it was better for him to try and maintain that weakness. that was a weak pawn, and he was getting some mileage out of just picking on it. But if he just trades it off, doesn't that help me? So where's a good square for the queen? Here, we'll check. Maybe picking up the knight.
Check.
Is that a good idea? Now he can defend with the queen. No, he can't defend with the queen. Okay. Well, there you go. One point for tactical alertness. You can see he played really quickly in this game. But Bubba is a stronger player than me, I think, in general, because I've managed to lose to him most times I've played him. Okay, so what's going on? He's going to try and trade pawns here or get a pawn to f6. I would like to play my knight. I would like to get my knight into the game. So how about queen here? Supporting knight to knight to one of these squares, d2 or d7 or d5. Knight d5 maybe, active square. And of course I can put my rook here and harass the queen. He has a checkmating idea. Rook here, queen on this diagonal, and could be game over. So I do have to respect his play. So I can use this knight move to gain some tempos. He can support the knight there. Now I'm ganging up. Knight and queen are attacking on g2. And if he protects that, I have the knight back to f4, where it's finally... The knight has finally got some kind of safe haven. Knight f5. Well, he can immediately play... No, I can't play g5 because of the pin. Let's see. Can I bring the rook into the game somehow? Now let's play knight f5 anyway. I don't want to have to worry about this loose rook all the time. Okay, goes and grabs material. I guess I should have expected that. Okay, so rook here hitting his pawn. And he's got a couple of checks with the queen. Here or here.
Check.
And the rook is covering the check here. So queen there. Now I can gang up on this spot, right? I could take this pawn first. Which would have allowed a check there. Let's go here and cover that diagonal. Yeah, he could have checked me, and that might have led to something. So my idea is knight here check, and queen here mate, except the pawn is covering that square, unfortunately. Let's see. He is attacking this pawn. Let's continue with the attack on g2 here. So if yeah, Okay, so I'm covering this diagonal, and so there's no checks. He has an extra pawn here. I can play a move like knight takes, rook takes, or queen takes. Queen takes, rook takes, and then check. Just goes back. Yeah, I don't see that that wins anything. Unfortunately, it does not seem to win anything. So maybe just rook to rook a8, rook a1, challenging his rook and staying on this diagonal here. And exposing his king. Aha. Getting the rook behind the pawn. That's interesting. Ah, and it's protected twice, so I can't do something tricky. Still, if I can get the queens off, that's probably good for me. If it was only protected once, I could take advantage of the back rank weakness and just sack the queen and mate. But he could take with the queen or the rook. Okay, so I want to be able to stop it here, so right here, yeah, maybe not. Maybe I have to let it go forward one more. So rook and knight against rook is a draw, a theoretical draw. So I have to keep at least one pawn on the board to try and win this.
Check. White resigns.
Okay, hey, I scored one finally. So, yeah, my record against Bubba was 0 for 4. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll do a post-mortem as usual, and see you later. Bye.